Hi, I'm Ashley Jones and welcome to Connected. On today's show, we have some wonderful guests in the studio with us, including actress and vocal coach Benedict Minich, Suburban Boot Camp's Trent Hull and Bremer TAFE's Stephen Duncan. We'll also take a tour of the Scenic Rim from earlier this week, but first let's see what's happening with big shows in town. Multi-Grammy award-winning American vocal group The Manhattan Transfer come to Brisbane for one night only. It's August 24 at the Tivoli. The group has produced a large number of albums over time and was inducted into the Vocal Group Hall of Fame in 1998. The new multi-million-dollar production of Grease begins its Brisbane season from August 20 at the Lyric Theatre QPAC with a star-studded cast including Rob Mills, Todd McKenney, Anthony Clear. This is surely a show not to be missed. A rare opportunity to meet one of the world's greatest performers happens on August 26 at the QPAC Concert Hall. Legendary American folk singer Joan Baez has returned to Australia and is still an inspiration for generations of many songwriters. American songwriter Don McLean is in town August 23 for one night only at the QPAC Concert Hall. His hit American Pie has become a timeless classic and his songwriting abilities have earned him a place in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. The Mercedes-Benz Fashion Festival runs from August 25 to August 30 at the Brisbane City Hall. There'll be plenty of designers and fashion trends on show, so be sure to click onto the festival's website for a copy of the 2013 program of the events. Don't forget to stay connected through our website and Facebook page for more events. And now we're joined by actress and vocal coach Benedict Minich. How are you, Benedict?
I'm well, thank you, Ashley. Thanks for letting me come.
Oh, it's wonderful to have you here. So, coming from an acting background, how did you start off in acting and why?
Well, I had asthma as a small child, so the doctors told my parents that I should get into swimming and get into dancing. So I started at a dancing school in Ipswich, Lola Wilson's dancing school, and we did the Eisteddfods and dancing exams and things like that, but then when I was about 9, she started doing pantomimes at Christmas, and the second one when I was 10, and I remember walking behind the back screen of the Ipswich Civic Centre and smelling the smell of the theatre and the lights, and I just remember this feeling of, I love this.
You were home.
Yeah. So went from there, really.
And so how did you progress through your career?
Well, obviously had to move on from dancing school and started doing things at the Arts Theatre when I was about 14, and there was like there is now, it's just been reintroduced. There used to be a youth theatre connected with Queensland Theatre Company, and the fellow who's now artistic director of Queensland Theatre Company was in my class back in those days. So did that, and then from there studied drama teaching at QUT, but rather than going and teaching, I then, when I first got out, I started working professionally and basically did my training with various specialists over a period of time. Moved to Sydney, worked there, did a voice studies course at NIDA because I developed some problems with my voice, and really from there have dabbled in both stage work as well as teaching spoken voice to other actors. And
of course, not only all of that, but also now doing Judy Garland as a show.
Yeah.
Within the Twilight series through USQ at Toowoomba. So how did the singing stuff start to fit into the rest of your world?
Well, I think just from an early age, my dancing teacher had us all singing and dancing. So, you know, I would have been about 11 years old when I had to sing a song. How could you believe me when I said I loved you when you know I've been a liar all my life? Which
one of
is
those
an old,
short title songs.
Yeah, one of those short old vaudeville numbers. So it's always been there. And a good friend of mine, when I was about 14 years old, gave me a cassette tape, back in those days, a cassette tape of Judy Garland live at Carnegie Hall, which is her famous concert from 1961, and just played it and played it and played it, and it still works.
And what is it about her, though, that's caught your attention?
I think she has the ability to connect into all the different parts of human emotion. So she's got songs that express the joy. She's got songs that express the pain, the love. She basically has a song for everything, and connects to it so deeply that I think throughout my whole life there's been songs that I've been able to sing in order to get by.
Now, Fred Astaire said of her that she was the greatest performer ever.
Yeah.
And that's quite an accolade from a superstar himself.
Yeah.
Do you see that she is in fact that?
I think she's pretty amazing when you look at the body of work that she did, you know, considering that she started in vaudeville with her family when she was 3. She worked in radio. She was there as we moved into, you know, colour, musicals, in film. She's done huge amount of concerts. The only thing she's never done is a play. But yeah, pretty amazing woman. And when you think about it, when she performed on stage in her concerts, she had to do 2 shows a night, which is, you know, who does that these days? 2 shows a night for 19 weeks at a time.
That's a big run.
Yeah,
yes.
so that's massive work ethic.
So we're going to let you get changed, and you're going to transform yourself into Judy Garland, and we're going to see you at the end of the show in that character and performing one of the songs that you'll have from the show. Just quickly, it's going to be at the box there in A Block.
Yeah, at the Arts Theatre in A Block, at the Toowoomba campus of USQ at 6 o'clock on Wednesday.
So details will be up on the USQ website?
Yes.
So if you go to usq.edu.au/artsworks, and you'll be able to find out all the details about the show. So we'll let you go and get yourself sorted out,
Sure
and we'll
thing.
see you a little bit later on in the show. Benedict, wonderful to have you on the show. And next up, after the break, we'll take a special tour of the Scenic Rim. Stay connected. Welcome back to Connected. Earlier in the week, we were given the chance to take a special tour of the Scenic Rim, but first, I'd like to welcome Suburban Boot Camp's Trent Hull to the studio. How are you, Trent?
I'm good, thank you, Ashley.
So, boot camp, we see it around a lot, we hear it advertised. What's the idea behind a boot camp?
Boot camp, I guess, has that generic name. There are different types of boot camps, but generally is group fitness, and generally done outdoors as well.
It sounds so aggressive. I mean, I guess we have that picture in our mind of the kind of the US Army or something where we're going off to boot camp.
That's right. It does have that sort of that name to it, and I guess that does get pigeonholed. But generally, the boot camps aren't like that. There is still a few, but generally it's more of a group fitness type feel to it.
Okay, so what is it that you bring as Suburban Boot Camp? What's your approach?
Yeah, at Suburban Boot Camps, what we bring is a full holistic approach, not just the training, but also the nutrition, the coaching, the accountability, the support as well. So we provide our clients with everything they need to know to get the best possible results, and we basically guarantee the results or their money back as well.
So, and that's a big call, I guess, in the sense that, but that's probably part of the accountability in the sense that, and is that what's really important for us? Because we will say we want to do these exercise regimes, but that we get pretty slack, don't we?
Exactly, that's it, and especially coming into the cooler months as well, some people sort of will get a little bit more slack. However, that's why we sort of have sort of indoor and outdoor locations and provide that accountability. And with our boot camps, we're all about support and network, and we do have a friendly sort of family feel to it. And all our members have their own private Facebook forum where they all connect and then support each other, and which is great because on a Monday night or a Tuesday night, they'll make themselves accountable and say, I'm going to boot camp tomorrow, who's coming? And they all start commenting, and then they make themselves accountable, and there they are in the morning.
They have to turn up no matter what.
Exactly.
Whether it's 1 degree or 15. Yeah,
that's it.
So the outdoors, where are you currently located?
Yeah, we've got a few locations. We got our indoor location, which is at Carina, which is like a multi-purpose type facility. We've got a location on the north side at Nunda, and we've got 2 very special locations. One is underneath the Story Bridge at Captainburg Park, which is a great scenery, obviously with the bridge just above us, and also at the top of the Cliffs Cafe, which we get the sort of the river and the city drop behind us as well.
Yeah. Well, while you're going through the routine, you get a beautiful view.
It does. It sort of takes your mind off the exercise a little.
Yeah. So do you find that the people who are coming in, say from office work, that kind of stuff, come to the program first, then head off to work? Or?
Yeah, especially at the Kangaroo Point locations, we sort of start at 5:30 p.m. or early in the morning. So they either come and do a session in the morning, go straight to work, or they'll finish work and come to us in the evening and then go straight from home from there. They tend to miss the traffic that way as well, which is great.
And what do you think has been a real catalyst in helping people to understand we need to look at our fitness levels?
I think it comes down to the individual, and the individuals really needs to want the results, and when they find within themselves they want those results, they will achieve them, and we just provide them the accountability, the support and the knowledge to get those results. And with that knowledge, then those results will happen, and that's why we sort of give a 100% money back guarantee.
Okay, well, fantastic. Thanks for taking time to tell us a bit more about the boot camp, because I guess, as I said before, we see it advertised around the place, but we're never quite sure what's involved. So we take away the scare, and people can get in touch with you or other such organisations.
Pleasure.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And for more information regarding Suburban Boot Camps, be sure to visit their website, suburbanbootcamps.com. We'll now take our journey over to the Scenic Rim.
What a magnificent scenery, the whole of Scenic Rim, wrapped in 7 national parks, all 4,250 square kilometres of us, 38,000 people in Scenic Rim are saying, come and say good day. We love you all. Perhaps a quick coffee at the Bearded Dragon at the base of the mountain, before proceeding on to Tamborine Mountain, maybe to the Skywalk, and looking at the beautiful scenery, looking at the national parks, looking at the rare birds that there may be, flora and fauna abound, to Gallery Walk and look at some of the art and culture on display. Maybe a stroll in the national park, and maybe it's on then to have an early lunch and enjoy the views that extend to the Pacific Ocean, overlooking Surfers Paradise and beyond. The opportunity is for all age groups, but again, I think one of the most magnificent sights is perhaps seeing some of the great vistas that exist on the mountain, looking east as the sun sets. To the right, you look over the magnificent valleys. To the west, the very productive valleys, maybe the horse farms, the cattle properties, the vastness of the richness of our valleys. But to end it by watching the sunset on Tamborine Mountain. How about coming on over, coming on down, see what we have to offer to people of all ages.
Wow, that certainly is a beautiful part of the world. And for more information on the Scenic Rim, visit their website at the W's, visit scenicrim.com.au. After this quick break, I'll chat with Bremer TAFE's Stephen Duncan. Back after this. Welcome back. With me now from Bremer TAFE is Stephen Duncan. Welcome, Stephen.
Thanks, Ashley.
And of course, the Bremer Institute is well renowned for its work around hospitality. You must be very proud of what you've achieved.
We certainly are. We've got some really great courses happening, and a lot of students are achieving some great things.
So let's just go through then what is on offer, because people are always looking at career options and career choices. So what can they do within the hospitality?
Sure. We offer everything from apprenticeships, so people interested in cookery. We offer an exciting program in events, where students run their own events. We'll also have some short courses around coffee, and a main certificate program for people interested in hospitality, which covers really all aspects of restaurant service and bar operations.
And the restaurant is open for the public to come in from time to time?
Yeah, it sure is. We actually operate a restaurant where people can come in for lunch. At the moment, it's open on Thursdays and Fridays. We also have coffee shops available where people can come and get a flat white or a latte and things like that.
And give the students a chance to test their skills.
Definitely.
So in terms of those who have been in the industry for some time, how important is it for them to do something about, either getting recognition for their learning so far, or what's the process there?
Sure. Look, we also offer a program called Recognition of Prior Learning. So for people who've been working in the industry for a number of years, they can come along and go through a process of questioning and maybe a skills test and show that they already have the skills and they can get their qualification a little bit easier, as opposed to coming along and attending and studying for what they already know.
Is it important for someone to undertake hospitality to be fairly multi-skilled? So, for example, someone who's done cookery to know how to make coffee as well. What's your take on that?
Look, I think if you're in a small business, it's actually really handy to have a bit of multi-skilling for within an organisation. We actually find that we have some people who come and study and learn hospitality because it's going to help them while they're at university, to get a job and things like that as well.
Okay. Yeah, I guess with the proliferation of coffee shops, we're seeing so many now come into our cities that I guess that's another burgeoning field for people.
Yeah, certainly. There's been a major change in our city in recent times. Coffee is a real flavour of the month. You see coffee shops opening up in laneways and small garages and things like that. They're everywhere.
So for people who want to check it out, we'll give the address very soon on the website, but I guess that's the best way to go through all the lists and options and can speak with your staff.
Definitely. I'd recommend to check the website and you'll see everything there that we offer through our major programs and our short courses and information on RPL.
Well, thanks, Stephen. And to find out more about Bremer TAFE, make sure you go to their website. You'll find it at the w's.bremer.tafe.qld.gov.au. Well, now please welcome the very talented Benedict Minich to perform a 1954 classic from A Star Is Born. She is now Judy Garland, and she's going to perform with The Man That Got Away.
The stars have lost their glitter. The wind grows colder. Suddenly you're older. And all because of the man that got away. No more his eager call, the writings on the wall, those dreams you dreamed have all gone astray. The man that won you has run off and undone you. That great beginning has seen a final inning. Don't know what happened. It's all a crazy game. No more that old time thrill, for you've been through the mill, and never a new love will be the same. Good riddance. Goodbye. Every trick of his you're on to, for fools will be fools. And where's he gone to? The road gets rougher, it's lonelier and tougher. With hope you burn up, tomorrow he might turn up. There's just no let up, the livelong night and day. looking for the man that got away. The man that got away.
Well, what a great performance by Benedict Minich singing Judy Garland, The Man Who Got Away. Check out the full performance at the USQ Art Theatre in Toowoomba this September. You can go to usq.edu.au/artsworks. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have for the program today. We'd like to thank Benedict Minich, Trent Hull and Stephen Duncan for coming in. Thank you for tuning in to Connected. I'm Ashley Jones, and always stay connected.